Jeff Grubb was asked if he thinks Ghost of Tsushima 2 will be at the PlayStation Showcase. You guys know that Joe Raptor and myself talked about this on the podcast. Free Roam podcast, available on all major podcasting platforms, by the way. And Joe Raptor was pretty sure that they were going to show off Ghost of Tsushima 2. Apparently, Jeff does not think that's likely.
Just moving back to PlayStation Showcase, I might have just sniffed out that, well, two things that won't be there, if that helps anybody. It doesn't sound like Ghost of Tsushima 2 will be there. It sounds like it probably won't be there.
Someone's listening and feeding you stuff. I like this. Okay.
And the other one is, and I heard this a few weeks ago, Dragon Age Inquisition probably won't be there either. That is...
Okay. No Dragon Age, probably. No Ghost of Tsushima 2, probably. Interesting. What this means, maybe they're just taking some more time for Ghost of Tsushima 2. Maybe they're going to show it somewhere else. Maybe there's not the same exclusivity deals. I mean, there would have to be, because it's the same team. But anyway, I really don't know what that means. It just probably means they're taking some more time. But that's not their crowning jewel, probably. So what else are they going to bring? Who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of candidates. But Jeff Grubb is the one that actually originally leaked that this event was going to be happening next week. And sure enough, it is. It's happening on Wednesday, by the way. So anybody who's looking forward to this, look forward to the stream on Wednesday of next week. It's going to be wild. We'll probably start it later so that we can just stream through the event. Should be pretty cool. But that's a little tidbit of info. It doesn't look like Ghost of Tsushima will be at the case. And speaking of about the showcase, Sony CEO Jim Ryan says PS5 exclusives won't launch on PC day one. This is something that's been communicated before, but he's just doubling down on it. Not to expect them to release like a Ghost of Tsushima 2 or another one of their major releases like The Last of Us Factions, and expect to see it on PC day one. They probably wait a year to work on it, quote unquote, but also just to be able to try to dip into those pockets twice, which is actually quite effective, you know, because if you sell, say, The Last of Us Part 1 remaster, remake, whatever, on PlayStation 5, but it's also available on PC day one, a lot of people like myself are probably just going to buy it on PC. No need to buy it on PlayStation. Just buy it on PC, assuming it runs well, and we'll be good. However, if you release it on PlayStation 5, I'm here and I'm like, yeah, I could see getting it, especially if it's a good remake or if it's a good exclusive, whatever. I'll buy it on PS5. And then a year goes by and it's like, oh, I had such a good time playing that. I want to play it again. Let me buy it again on PC this time. I can play it on ultra wide or whatever at super high frame rates. That's how they get that double dip into your pocket, where they get you to buy it twice. And honestly, it works. If it sells 5 million copies on PlayStation 5 and then they launch it on PC, they get that new audience and they get the double dip. They might double the sales just by releasing it on PC a year later, whereas releasing it on both day one might limit the total amount of money. I would love to know, and I'm sure they have this stat. I don't remember if I had to sign into a PlayStation account to play The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. I don't think I did, but there's got to be a way for them to know if they're double dipping, if somebody is playing on PlayStation and PC and bought the game twice. And if they have those stats, I'm sure that they would reflect a very, very healthy double dipping rate. Following in on this, Payo, who had one of the most like insane tweets I saw. This GTA 6 announcement timed exclusive to PS5 is his prediction for the showcase. Just no. For one, all they need to do to announce GTA 6 is come out with a tweet and that's it. I think it's insane to think that they're going to also have it as a timed exclusive. That would cost billions of dollars. And there's just no need for them to do that. You know, Rockstar has the tendency to do like a year delay before we get the PC version. They probably are doing something similar for GTA 6. And what we know, I don't know if I have the tab pulled up, but anyway, they said in their earnings call, Take-Two Interactive said that they are expecting the game to come out fiscal year 25, I believe, which includes time periods in 2024. Most interpretations of those statements by investors was that GTA 6 will launch in the winter and fall of 2024 next year. So they're doubling down on that. They're communicating to investors that they're doing that. So GTA 6 will possibly be announced at the end of this year, or they're just going to wait till next summer, do a really short marketing campaign, and blast it through. Do you guys actually know when the original GTA 5 announcement was? November 2nd, 2011. So they did announce it a good ways ahead of time. I remember seeing this trailer and thinking it looked photorealistic. I was like, how do graphics get better than this? I remember thinking that. Now that's just like ridiculous. Look at the resolution too. 720p, baby. November 2011. And it launched, I think, what, May of 2020 or 2013? It was 2013. I don't remember what time of year it was. But, man. Yeah, this was something else when it launched. Still is very, very good. It's crazy that it's been almost, it's been 10 years. It's been almost 11 years. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But who knows? Who knows what this will look like? But I do know that it's not going to be an exclusive to PlayStation 5. That's ridiculous. Spider-Man 2 gameplay and date. Absolutely, we will see that. New Uncharted. I don't know. And I also don't know how big of a deal that would be if they announced that. Just because I think it not coming from Naughty Dog is probably going to hurt it, in my opinion. That's my opinion, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe they do nail it. Maybe it's a new franchise that Sony Bend is doing. I don't know. Ghost of Tsushima 2, apparently not happening. Factions 2, I think this is what we're going to see. I think Naughty Dog is going to have a lot of time to showcase Factions. That's my BDE prediction, is that Sony is going to have a lot of time to focus on what they've got going on. Several new IPs, both single player and games as a service. I think there's going to be a lot of games as a service. I think there's going to be a lot of those. They're probably showing, like Joe Raptor said on the podcast, they're probably showing the new Horizon multiplayer game that they've been working on that looks straight up like Fortnite, but with a Horizon coat of paint on it. That's my guess. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, maybe. I would hope so, but at this point, I just don't expect anything, so I'll be surprised. And Death Stranding 2 gameplay, I would guess probably not gameplay. I think it'll be another cinematic trailer that will be totally nonsensical and will still leave all of the Kojima fans giddy and super excited. As for other stuff that Pyro mentioned that were discussed during that Jim Ryan interview, reconfirmed Spider-Man 2 is a PS5 exclusive. Yeah. Okay. No shocker there. Japan's important to them. Probably means that we're going to see some more JRPG type games coming. Selected PS5 games will be ported to PC 2 to 3 years after the launch on the PC. In the interview, I don't remember him saying 2 to 3 years. I thought it was like a good amount of time. But maybe I just missed. Maybe I'm forgetting what it was, but maybe it is 2 to 3 years. My understanding was it's anywhere from 1 to 2 years after. But maybe after the trouble of The Last of Us Part 1 on PC, maybe they're just committing to more time, to have more time to polish. I really don't know. Lots of PSVR 2 games in development. They need it because right now the PSVR 2, there's very little reason to double down on it. And it's so funny, dude. I got so much flack when I said that I thought the PSVR 2 was not a good value right now and was not something you should buy. It's like, maybe one day it will be worth buying, but as of right now, it just isn't. The money isn't there, or the games aren't there to justify the money. And like, you would have thought that I said something totally insane, but we've seen it reflected. People have stopped going out and buying these things. They had to slash the manufacturing budgets and quotas for them because they are not selling off the shelves, because people are looking at it and being like, $500, $550 for that thing, or $500 and $550 for the PS5. I have to get like $1,000 in to use this thing. And there's very few games that are really worth playing right now. It just doesn't really make sense. It really doesn't. So it's going to be interesting, but they definitely need a lot more games for sure. He took my thing.